me, the idea of creating websites does lend to that authentic because, for example, they're creating websites for me and they can create it on anything they want to as long as they follow certain parameters that I'm giving them. So I think it also does really matter. The content you teach becomes easier or not as easy, but you still have to take the time to go in and actually figure out what's going to be best for the kids. And at the end, what are they going to say? You know what? I actually learned something of value versus I just got a grade. With computer science, it's not as easy as teaching English or something else, and the fact that I just can't give them a Google document and have them write, because when we're coding and we're programming, you have to use certain websites that can translate what you're doing into its finished product. And so the problem is we're kind of hamstringed by what we can and what we can't use because these programs cost usually thousands of dollars, per year to use. And so CodeHS is one that I've been using, and I just have seen a lot of problems, not with the content, but how they've structured it, where it's very much partitioned. Let's do this assignment, this assignment, this assignment, but there's no cohesion. It's just let's learn the strategies and not let's create something, nothing authentic. And so it really bothered me for a while because I just felt like they were just kind of doing the motions because I told them to do the motions. And so I've done this complete 180-degree change where I'm using CodeHS, but I'm using their coding platform and essentially letting me give the content, letting them take what we're doing and put it into these individual website creations, which to me are more authentic than simply just saying, hey, here are three separate things. Once you've done these, then okay, you've understood the concept. Well, you really haven't, because if you can't put those three concepts into one project or one thing, then you don't know how they work together. And so it's been a dramatic mind shift for me. And when we started doing it, I told the kids, hey, this is what I'm doing. What are your thoughts? And the majority of them were like, this makes sense to me. And again, I don't have to have their permission, but I do want to have their input, because if they don't like it, then what am I here for? And so you really have to be willing to poll them. And if the majority of people believe one thing, look at it and be willing to make that change, because it's the majority, because that's who you're here for. I'm not here for me, I'm here for them. And it's a lot of work on my side, but I will do whatever I need to make that switch possible and to move forward, and things are going great. And that's one thing that I use constantly, and I have my kids use it. You're going to cheat whether if you want to cheat, you're going to cheat regardless. And the idea of AI is used for us to be able to see a problem. If our code's not working, put it in there and have them look at the code and then explain it. And then once you understand it, you move on. Essentially, to me, AI is Google without the Googling. It gives you the information that you need so that you can move forward. But AI has been a big part of me helping them understand the content, because sometimes AI can explain it in a way that I can't. I can have them put analogies in, and it can explain it in this analogy that they understand. And in fact, one thing we're doing is for all the content, the kids go in and they create 5 to 10 analogies for that content. So if we're doing borders or understanding how a division container works, I want them to create 10 different analogies